Hey everyone, it's me, Linwood. It's good to see everybody. I took a week off last week, so this is my weekly video on COVID-19, now with Black Lives Matter, mental health, and addiction and recovery. So this week I'd like to talk a little bit about tenacity, resilience. This is a skill that we all need to endure right now because if we don't, it'll be easy to get caught up in all the crazy and sadness and depression and trauma which is going on right now. So we want to acknowledge it, but we don't want to get sucked into it. You know, when we think about resilience, let's think about or recall times in our life that we just thought we just could not get through it, that we were out of the game for good. But then we came out on the other side and was that much stronger for it. And this is what I would like to encourage everyone to do is to, minimize looking at the news and television and social media in regards to Black Lives Matter and COVID-19 pandemic because, we're going through this together, and I was telling my therapist, there's this low-grade depression that I'm experiencing right now. I was just thinking about Father's Day just passing this weekend, and I was thinking about how wonderful my son is, and he gave me a beautiful card. And I was just thinking of how blessed I am, and this wave of tears came. I was just straightening up a chair, and it was like, okay, this is not just about my son. This is just everything, dealing with all that's going on right now. But I can acknowledge it, I could experience it, and then I can go through the healing of it. And that's what resilience is about. That's what tenacity is about. It's not acknowledging that right now we all feeling a little heavy and unsure and just discombobulated right now. And that's okay to feel that, because if we was not feeling that, then we would be cause for concern. Most people who really are out of the game for good usually are not aware of what their feelings are. And I want to encourage you to take an opportunity in asking yourself, what am I feeling in this moment? And take a moment. What am I feeling in this moment? Yes, and it's okay to feel just that. But what's not okay is to stay with that and not allow yourself to feel what's after that. When I hear people say I've had a bad day, and I would say, a completely bad 24 hours? I hope this is not really making it difficult for us to see each other. If you having one feeling for 24 hours, you're working really hard to keep that. Whether it's, particularly if it's sadness and depression, because human beings are, wired to feel more than one feeling at a time. Happiness and sadness can coexist. Fear and excitement can coexist. So don't think that there's something wrong if you know, are not feeling one feeling, because again, that's more of the trauma conditioning, the added conditioning, that I only could feel one feeling. If I'm not feeling that feeling, then something's wrong with me. And nothing's wrong, ever. It's always what's productive and what's not productive. I always say right and wrong is for children. We are adults. Let's ask ourselves, is this working towards my health, or is this working away from my health? And if it's a working away from your health, then reach out. For me, I always encourage, I have a sponsor, I have 12 steps to work with me. I have a support network. Right now it's important to, engage all those helping coping skills right now. Because, again, I like to encourage y'all, this is difficult. When I look at, the news, when I'm not trying to look at it, but something creeps in regards to one more person got shot by the police, or one more, the numbers are increasing in regards to COVID. So of course that's bringing up concerns, and it's like, are we ever going to get out of this? Is this the same show but different players in regards to Black Lives Matter? And the answers may be yes, but the answer also may not be yes. So we have to look at the gray areas. Where can we find a better thought process to encourage us to feel better? Because if we want to feel better, sometimes it requires us just to make a little change in our thought processes. I know when I get fearful, right away it's doom, it's gloom, and that might have worked when I was drinking and drugging and engaging in behaviors that may not have been in my best interest. But today, I'm trying to be more whole, more complete, and it's practice. Because I don't know about you guys, but I didn't come from a place where the sun was going to rise and everyone was going to be okay. I always say my parents did the best they could under the conditions they were in, but it was all about God's gonna get us through this when there was no this really to get through, or I'm poor right now, but one day, and again, and none of this was engaging into I can work on this with God. Me and God are a team. It almost like we left the responsibility to this outside entity to do something that we can empower ourselves to do. And I'm not minimizing organized religion for those that it works for, but I always believe that God is not going to do for us what we can do for ourselves. So I just like to encourage you to look at those things and do a lot of writing and journaling. That helps me to see what my thought processes are, particularly my faulty thought processes. Where do I need to maybe engage my frontal cortex, which is where resilience and tenacity lives, as opposed to engaging the reptilian brain, the brain stem, when it's always about fight, flight, or freeze. Most of our lives is always about a fight, or I'm so stuck in my emotions, and today, give yourself permission not to be stuck. Give yourself permission to be free. Give yourself permission to be and not just do. We have some of us who think that the more I do, the better I feel. And sometimes it's just being mindful, just sitting still, and experiencing solitude. And there's a difference between solitude and isolation. Isolation is more about the, fetal position and loneliness, and solitude is about just being with spirit, allowing the mind to be open to all possibilities, and again, equals or equivalent to resilience and solitude, resilience and tenacity, I'm sorry. So, we're coming up on the 10 minutes. I like to keep it brief, and encourage you all to, remember that we're social beings. So if you find yourself not reaching out, or not maybe calling people that we care about or they care about us, and being around people in this quarantine in a safe way. Please, keep your mask on, wash your hands, keep social distancing, all the things, and just be safe. Love yourself, soothe yourself, calm yourself, and just be yourself, because you're enough. You're enough just the way you are in this moment, experiencing everything that you're experiencing. There's nothing wrong. There's just what works and what doesn't work. And I'm quite sure that you can figure out what's working and what's not working. Be well, and I'll see you next time. Love you. Bye-bye.